Jesus.
Okay.
No.
Hi everyone. Welcome back to. Oh God, Lord. Welcome back to Weir of Adynn. It's session 53? Question mark. God, I never remember what session it is. Who wants to give us a recap of what happened last session? I can see Gabby's face being like.
You get it.
I mean, I don't have to.
Flex notebook.
Flex notebook.
I mean, I don't have loads and loads of notes because most of it is fighting. But
Yeah.
so we started back in the session and we were in the big fight and it was like, oh my god, it was so scary. So Heliodor like freaking smacks the paladin out of existence because she's being a little shit. Mare eventually rips the ranger to pieces. We have a little kerfuffle with basically Karik sets down 2 smoke thingies and we could just go in and out of them basically the rest of the battle. Dracera freaking stabs the artificer while getting him in a headlock, and Dracella finally kills the bard. And also, I downed Heliodor by accident because he blinked out of existence right in the direction of my freaking of the moonbeam, and he was going to fail anyway because he had about 2 hit points left. Oops. So we killed all the baddies, yay! And then slowly the static appeared, and we were like, oh shit. And we asked them about Rose Manus, and they're basically like, it's no one else's business if I have any Fae with me or not, so shut the fuck up. And we're like, you know what, fair dues. And then he said we can ask him 3 questions, but he can only answer them slightly or else it will basically destroy the world, which is basically the DM's way of, if you ask me questions that are too direct, you're going to find out the rest of the game and it's going to fucking suck. So we ask him where the keys of Envoy is, and it is directly north of where we are, so potentially in Briasai or Plaus Stia? I don't know the pronunciations. But directly north of where we are, so we've got a general direction for that. Also, we ask who the informant is in Arda, and he was like, I'm not going to tell you or else it's going to be obvious. And then I was like, well, that means it's obviously a particular race and it's fucking obvious then. So we're just basically going to go with it. Finding the rare people of Arda and be like, so, how's the supply run going? And then he also insinuated that potentially we're not working for the right people. Oh my god. So, Josh, don't say that. I just skirt around that, Josh. Our 3rd question is where we can find information on the location. on the location of the abyssal gate, and he was like, "Ayo, go find Queen Farlime. She's queen of the World Warp. Go ask her. She has info and shit." So those are the info things he gives us. He snips some red threads and basically tells us to fuck off. We return back to the Whisper Fields, where Dylan basically looks fucking exhausted. And he has also found where our boy Clay is. Yeah! And he says he's in the plane of Wintry, which is it's kind of outside the material plane, and it's a tiny little plane amongst like loads of other tiny little planes. It's inhospitable, and it is basically in eternal winter, which is something that none of us have ever experienced. So I don't know how the fuck he survived there, purely out of spite, probably. So we're going to have to try and go find our boy. Also, time moves weirdly in this plane as well. So he might have aged. Well, he already looked fucking old, so like no difference. So we go back to the Dozing Grove and we start to prepare for the plane of Wintry. Estella and Karik go to find the half-elf captain of the Hunters, who's Gavain. Gavain's a bit of an asshole, basically. he's like, I don't want other people joining. Yeah, Clay was eating his own shits to survive. He probably cooked a good fucking stew. How are we gonna get through this with Josh posting fucking memes every 2 seconds?
You're gonna suffer. That's it's gonna be like old times.
But yeah, so Karik and Estella are going off to find Faye Peltz with the really rude motherfucker. Heliodor's making his little cart snoo proof. And Dracera's going to have a crisis, I guess. So yeah. Josh.
The
Oh,
it was fucking
I love it. I didn't even get fucking blamed.
oh, good lord. Okay,
children.
stop. Let us get on. You can take your inspiration for that. Okay, so we're gonna go one at a time, and effectively expedite little bits and bobs so that we're not spending all session with you guys just planning. So Karik, first off, you are sort of brought into the scouting camp. Moss, it has run off to go and give Estella their cloak. You have been guided in and sort of you're getting chatting with a couple of the scouts who say that they're sort of pretty excited to work with you because you seem like a a solid archer. Plus you seem like somebody who probably knows their way around the woods. So like, great, yeah, will be great to have you. And Captain Gouvain looks a little suspicious of you, but doesn't say anything. Not that he can.
Bravo 6 going down.
Bravo 6 going
Just
down.
pass without trace while he's got his ghillie suit on, just blinks.
Oh god, you become one with the floor. So it takes about an hour or so, but they teach you a few basic signs, so that you can communicate with them at a distance. And you guys head off into the surrounding woodlands of the Whisperfields. I need you to make 3 survival checks for me.
Survival. Oh yeah, my token's off screen. I need to click on the thing outside.
Yeah.
Survival.
Survival.
He said this one will count with my extra +3 from the natural thing, wouldn't it?
I will say so, yes. Yeah.
So, survival, normal.
Ah!
That's 31.
31. Jesus Christ. Okay. Alright, don't bother with the rest of the rolls. I feel like the first roll being a nat 20 kind of does it. You
Excuse the smoker's cough.
you were out and about scouting for about 2.5 hours. And in that time, you encounter a variety of creatures that seem relatively familiar to you, but there's something slightly off about them. Like fox-like creatures with more than their usual set of eyes. Other creatures with like multiple heads. Tends to be quite large, quite imposing animals. Not quite wyvern-sized, but still pretty big. With your assistance, you are able to take down a good portion of these creatures that you come across. And because you have multiple hands on deck with the other scouts, you're able to bring all of them back. Because of that roll, you have acquired like fine quality pelt, so it's going to be a lot easier for you to stay warm with less whilst you're on the Wintry. So you're able to skin it and take the furs with you. They're quite neutral colors generally. There's one or two that are quite bright blue to match the environment that they're in. So you have some strange looking pelts, but they're all very, very fluffy and very, very warm.
I mean, being in being in the snow blue will help, to be fair. Better than run around in black.
Yeah, better than running around in black. So, yeah, you come back. You also have provided the Whisperfields with good amounts of food for quite some time with a hunt like that.
He's just trotting on back quite happily with himself.
You even get a thanks from Captain Gavain, who signs as basic as he can to you to tell you that you are welcome to join the scouting group again at any time.
So why does I just sort of feel it's like the unapproving parent being like, oh wait, the child can actually do this.
It's actually good. Oh, okay, that's that's not what I was expecting.
Thank you. It would be great hunting with you again. It was an experience.
You get as
She's
like
still below half HP.
he salutes to you, or at least you assume it's a salute because of the kind of the stance that he's holding, his kind of broad shoulders. But he kind of places one arm upright and the other on his bicep, and that's how they kind of salute each other amongst the scouts. So that's him saying, you know, Godspeed, wherever the fuck you're going.
Kriko stand like he's probably covered in pillows right now, but he'll try to like stand up straight. He'll be kind of awkwardly doing the same thing in return. Like, I'm not sure it is right.
He even managed to earn a smile. This man doesn't seem to be capable of smiling, but you managed. But yeah, you have now acquired all the pelts that you would need to put together kit for you and the rest of your party.
Yeah.
First roll of the night being a nat 20. Fuck you. Okay. God damn it. Okay, so next up, Dressera. What are you up to during this period of time?
Ooh. I'm gonna try and gain some more information about the plains of Wintry.
Okay. Where are you planning on trying to get that information?
We don't have a fucking library because it's trees.
Yeah.
There's got to be someone in town that has that kind of knowledge.
Like a lawkeeper.
Yeah.
Widow is sat opposite you.
Does she know shit? Or is she like, I don't know fucking anything?
She might know who knows. Considering she lives here.
Yeah. I don't know, everyone else is fucking dead. We don't know shit. Yeah. If she knows anyone who has the information on the smaller planes. And what we might face.
If you ask her that, her response is it's a sort of a general answer saying you're looking for someone called Karjan, elven man, quite an old man as well. He looks maybe 40, but he is significantly older than that. You've heard that name before. He was around whilst you were still in the Whisperfields. But you never really talked to him because you never really sought out masses of information, especially about
Stay dumb.
this sort of stuff. You were more focused on learning how to fight. Great. But she kind of gestures in a direction, says his home is that way. I'm sure you'll be able to find him.
I'm gonna go find him. Yeah.
Thumb offers to accompany you.
Yeah, come along, Thumb.
He's gonna waddle off after you. It takes a little bit of searching, but you're able to find a hut with the aforementioned gentleman inside, surrounded by a handful of like scrolls that have been kind of hung up on the edges of the hut. Seems like he's been making his own paper, so there's a lot of like kit and equipment around for doing that. And he is currently neck deep in writing something when you enter.
Hi, Karjan.
He kind of looks up and he's like, he kind of pushes his glasses up his nose. Oh, hello.
Hi. It's good to see you. It's been a while. Hi.
You're taller than I remember.
Just a little bit. I don't think I'm gonna get any taller than this.
Suppose I remember you being... I don't know whether to refer to you as a child, or... Were you ever a child? You're a plant.
Thanks. Yeah.
Then a child. And last time I saw you, you were very young.
Yeah, it was a while ago. But I'm just here on do you have any information on the plane of Wintry?
Extra-dimensional planes.
Yes.
He kind of pushes himself up, and puts the quill down, and starts rummaging through a rack of scrolls next to the desk. And he pulls one out and shows you a map of the planes, places it down on the table. What are you trying to learn about the plane of Wintry?
I guess what kind of beasts we can see there, if they have many weaknesses.
So I will show you guys the material plane.
Ooh.
There you go. So he explains to you that from what he knows about the Wintry and what has been documented about the Wintry, which isn't very much, I will put it on screen. You know what? We'll just slap that there for now.
Oh, I can see I can see the map of the planes.
Yeah. So what he explains to you is that the Wintry is the home of frost giants. It is the plane of where the frost giants are. That's the only plane where frost giants are known to exist. Giants don't tend to exist in the material plane, to his knowledge, he says. Though creatures in the Wintry tend to be similar to creatures here, but bigger. Everything is just going to be supersized. So you're effectively looking at woodland that is not like Sif, he explains to you. But animals like wolves that are massive, maybe 4 or 5 times the size of a wolf you would see here. People, aka frost giants, who are just people like humanoids that are maybe 3 to 4 times the size of your average person. Though the Wintry has been abandoned, or more accurately, all of the sentient creatures that live there have gone extinct because of the eternal winter.
Sounds like a bad place.
For what reason do you have interest in the Wintry, dear?
Oh, tomorrow we're going there.
Huh? He kind of
We're
looks
going
at
there.
you.
Yeah, we're going there tomorrow.
He kind of pulls this expression of complete disbelief. You're just going there, like you don't just go to extra-dimensional planes. That's not how reality works.
Why not?
He just kind of... He seems a little lost for words. He just kind of look at you like... You know what? Never mind. You're a Fey being. It makes more sense for you, but less sense for everyone else. That is fascinating. Whilst you're there, I would love for you to bring me something back.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm gonna bring some other people with me and everything. But yeah, we're just doing prep for tonight, and we should be out tomorrow.
Do be careful. I've heard that it's very, very, very cold.
Yeah. We should be collecting some pelts and things like that, but I don't think I've ever really experienced that level of cold.
Do you know what snow is, dear?
Oh, that's the way it's pronounced. Oh, okay.
What did you think it was pronounced?
I thought it was snoo.
He kind of just gives you this look like, okay. Snow. It's like the rain, but it's frosty.
And is it soft?
For the most part, but it can be quite painful if you're stood outside in it. It gets cold and then it stings.
Oh.
So don't go laying around in it or anything. It's not going to hurt you unless you bury yourself in it. But
Does it have a soul?
it's no. It's like it's the weather. The weather doesn't have a soul, dear.
Okay. Sounds weird that the weather hurts, but it doesn't have a conscience. She starts like looking out like, I don't get it. What do you mean? It's soft, but it hurts? What?
You'll know what I mean when you get there. It does turn back into water when it gets too warm.
Oh. Okay. That's really interesting, actually. Anything else we need to know that, deadly, lethal, really important?
Kind of thinks for a little while. Well, it's very likely that everything there is going to be, written in giant language. So, do any of your companions or yourself speak in giant?
I was like looking at the sheet like, no, I don't think I've ever seen giant even written. Is it similar to any other language?
He kind of thinks, well, it's only ever been vaguely documented here, because obviously there aren't really any living giants on Sif. I can't say that I can describe what it looks like to you, but I am sure that wherever you're going, maybe you won't need to do any reading. But if you can bring back any books or anything you find, then that would be rather fascinating.
Well, if we see anything etched, I can take some paper and some charcoal for you. We can etch it out.
Oh, that sounds fantastic. Yes, exactly what we need. Just so I can do a bit of study.
Okay.
He nods and sits back down. I do wish you well on your journey. I don't believe that the plants do very well in the cold, so do be careful.
Yeah. Let's hope I don't do anything like go dormant or anything. She smiles and she's like, yeah, it'll be fun.
Here's to hoping, and he kind of looks a bit worried. But he says, "Is there anything else that you might need from me?"
If you can find me a map of anything directly north of here, would be great while I'm away.
I can look into it. Yes, I have a couple of world maps. I'm sure I could find something along the northern border if that's what you're looking for.
All right, that'd be great. Thank you.
He kind of smiles and waves to you, and Thumb waves, and he only just seems to notice Thumb. He's like, oh, and waves kind of awkwardly at Thumb. Thumb just waves.
He's part of my squad.
So Thumb signs to you, S-N-O-W. Snow.
Snow.
Cold.
Yeah.
He kind of shrugs because he doesn't know what temperature is because he can't feel it. So he's like,
Oh.
oh no.
Hmm?
But yeah,
My whole family's dead. What do I do? Hmm?
you leave Kajan to his getting on with so a bit more information about the Wintry as you've kind of set him the task of collecting some more bits and bobs about heading north when you get back.
Noise.
Heliodor, what have you been getting up to during this time?
Heliodor has been basically gathering wood and making a sled for the base of the wagon. So like he's taking the wheels off, and basically making a mount that the base can fit into, so that there's like so that it's got a sled kind of thing, and basically making a better harness, a more like reinforced harness for Mare for pulling this wagon through snow, through as far as he's aware, snow, and pull that through the snow, and we'll also probably be trying to weatherproof Mare and Chronometer just to make sure that they can still function in cold, because Idor's never had to deal with the cold and doesn't know how that will react to hydraulics and so on. So he's like, I'm just gonna patch you up a bit, make you, I don't know, and is like weatherproofing them.
You have an understanding
making
of
sure
like frost magic, but cold all round temperature is yeah.
Yeah, but it's like this is a lot of the reinforcement, a lot of the like patching is like guessing. Like this will probably get cold, sure, but Heliodor focuses most of the effort onto a sled that will glide easily through stuff, and that harness, and also probably will probably try and get some of the townspeople, some of the tribespeople to like. For the awning on the side of the wagon is going to try and get them to make like some sides for it so that we can have an expanded space where we can have like a warm sleeping area outside that's connected to the wagon, so there's less like bulk to take.
So like making a canopy.
And making like a big, like on the side of a caravan you put like the gazebo bit that fits onto it,
Yeah.
kind of thing. Wants to make something like that with a hole so that like a little stove can go in there, or like a campfire bit that can go and not burn the whole thing down. Just wants to make sure that we can all be comfortable, not in like separate tents. Wants to like reduce bulk weight and stuff.
Yeah. So you employ the assistance of a couple of other folks around town, a couple of carpenters and the smith, both of which are able to kind of help you gather materials and help you put stuff together. It's not the world's most beautiful thing, but it's definitely going to keep the warmth in. It's insulated with like it's insulated with like a thick padding of like clay and hay that has been squashed between sections of wood, so that you can keep the heat in. So, but it flat packs quite neatly onto the side of the caravan. It does take you quite some time, and there is a lot of sort of planning and making sure that things are working. So you are quite busy with getting that sorted out.
Twice, cut once.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's basically all Heliodor will do. Probably, like, if he's got time, he'll make some, like, shoddy bed frames to keep people off the floor, but, like, if that feels like it might be too much of a stretch. But, like, just, yeah.
Okay. Stella. As
Hi.
you're heading back from leaving Karuk with the scouts, you can hear kind of a patting of feet on grass from behind you, and Moss reappears with a long kind of fluffy green cloak. and they pass it over to you. Say, "This will help keep you warm."
Thank you.
And they go bright red.
I'll be sure to use this. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I'm glad you like it.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
You can keep it if you can keep it if you want. You can keep it.
You sure you don't want it back?
No, it's okay. I to be fair, I'm not really allowed to wear it with my uniform anyway because it's not the right color.
Oh, okay. I'll keep it safe then.
And she smiles before rushing off to go and help the scouts and crew get sorted. And you are left on your lonesome.
I'm going to Dracera's house.
Okie dokie. I am just going to hide everyone else then.
We have houses, yes.
Okay. No, that's the wrong button. Okay. So you arrive at Dracera's house. The door is open. What are you up to?
Okay. So, Estella's gonna kind of look around, see that no one's really around, not lock the door or anything, they're just seeing that, like, no one's around. And they're just gonna find, like, an empty space on the floor. Empty spot on the floor, so around there.
Okay.
And they're just gonna start doing a spell that, they wanted to do for quite a while. They are going to cast, and this takes a spell slot.
It does.
Yep. Trying to cast it. Too many letters. My dyslexic. Oh, I
what
see, I
level
was
do you want
wrong.
to cast it at?
I don't think it matters, so I could do
don't think
first
so. It's a
level.
first level spell, so if you want to cast it at first level.
I'm gonna cast Call to Old Friends.
Okie dokie. So, you sit down on the floor, and begin to kind of use your fingers to draw out the runes of a summoning circle, effectively. You vaguely understand which runes need to go where, and what kind of patterns you need to draw into the floor. It doesn't mark the carpet in the center of the room or anything like that. It's just sort of a hovering light over the floor. You make it pretty wide, somewhere around 7 to 10 feet wide. So you draw out the circle, and it stays put. You sign a few of the words needed to conduct this spell. Who are you summoning?
I am summoning Estella's mother.
Okay, so you begin to sort of set yourself down, channel this energy into the spell circle, and the light begins to conglomerate into a shape in the middle of the circle until it begins to form into a silhouette. And a glowing, sort of almost holographic image of your mother comes to light in front of you. So you are expecting to see a maybe 6'3" woman, long red, kind of curly, very curly hair, braided on one side, similar skin tone to yours, so quite dark, clad in comfortable clothing as you remember her as seeing her last. However, you instead are met with your mother, but looking quite roughed up. The plait has been cut off. She is slimmer than you remember, very, very much slimmer than you remember, wearing tattered clothing, and she slumps onto the floor as she is summoned. She is in full colour with this sort of glowing green outline, but she looks weak.
I'm gonna try and touch her shoulder.
You feel skin. She
Can she-
looks at you.
Yeah.
She kind of has to push herself up. It seems like it's almost an effort just for her to sit up. Willow?
Are you alive?
She gently holds a hand out to your cheek. You feel her hand against you. She kind of rubs her thumb across the cheekbone. Is this real? Are you real?
I'm real. I'm questioning if you are.
I feel like I'm dreaming.
I don't think you're actually here. I used a spell.
Where am I?
You're in a place called the Whisper Fields. Where are you?
I don't know. Last I was somewhere dark. She swallows. I remember seeing glowing plants outside, and then they put me in a cell, and I've just been in here for I don't know how long.
It's been years.
I didn't want to leave. I promise you I didn't.
What happened?
I was taken. Some people came into town. People dressed in dark robes. And they said they were looking for someone, and that if they didn't find them, then they would start killing people. And she looks very disheartened, kind of sits back on her knees, places her hands in her lap. They were looking for me. And I said I would go with them if no one else would get hurt, if they would leave you alone, if they didn't do any more damage. They were using something. It looked like a and she seems like she's really struggling to remember. It was like a gem of some kind in a block of metal, and people would they pointed at people and they'd just start growing wood out of their skin.
I was at home for a couple of years. There's just trees everywhere.
Galle kind of just stares at you, and then begins to cry.
They start crying too. They're just gonna kneel towards them and just hug them.
She clings onto you as tightly as she possibly can. I'm so sorry, Amor. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I found Dad.
She sits back. Where?
I think he was imprisoned by these. You might be talking about the same people, but they're called the Heartbringers.
She frowns. It seems like she recognizes that name.
I think he's been taken under their control, and I don't think he's the same anymore.
She can't seem to stop the flood of tears. She keeps kind of trying to hurriedly wipe them away, as if she's trying to put on a strong face for you. But with the state that she's in, it's difficult to put up the facade. your father sent me a letter just before they came to town. And he said that he was being made to work on something, but I don't remember what the letter says now. It's been so long.
I'm 15 now.
She like holds both sides of your face. She's kind of biting her lip a little to try and just smile rather than just burst into tears again. She's like, "You're so handsome. You look just like your father."
They kind of like chuckle
Stop.
in silently. Thanks. Was Dad working, if you remember, for Adynn
He was.
with this thing?
Yeah, how do you know that?
I'm kind of working with them now.
And she seems hesitant, as if the concept of that doesn't seem to sit right with her. But she doesn't voice her opinion. She just says, "And you came here on your own?
I have a couple of people to help me. They're nice people."
She again doesn't seem too convinced, as a mother would be, about learning about their child's friends groups. She kind of takes your hands and holds them, and she doesn't seem to just want to let go. She is just going to stay there with you as long as she has.
We have an entire day. I'm staying
You have
with you the entire time.
24 hours, you got time. So you kind of watch her kind of try to articulate her words a few times before just sighing. Your uncle. I haven't seen him since we were separated. I don't know what has become of him. I assume you haven't seen him either.
No, he wasn't even at his farm.
She shakes her head. I can only hope that he is alive. But that's all we have. All we have is hope, Amor.
He's a pretty tough guy. I think he can do it.
She nods. Do you mind if I just stay here with you?
That's all I ever want, really.
I don't want to go back.
I'll stay with you the entire time.
She kisses your knuckles. She thanks you quietly, as if she doesn't really know what else she can say to you. She is just taking you in for the first time in however many years. It's been, what, maybe like 6 or 7 years since she's seen you.
Mm-hmm.
And you've changed so much. And she is just sort of experiencing that in silence for a little while. Are you going to seek out the rest of the party, or are you going to just stay here with her?
I could reach out to them. If, she doesn't mind. I could just peek out the door and just go like, "Get over here."
Well, they're a bit spread out at the moment. You are aware enough of how this spell works, in that she will be able to come with you, to an extent. Though she won't be able to she won't be able to go into combat. She can be hurt, so you can't bring her into combat situations. But it's very unlikely that she's going to be getting into combat if she is sticking around in the Whisperfields. So it's your choice whether you want her to be out, like brought out to see them, or if you want them to be brought in to see her.
I think I'd rather they be brought in.
So you can go and fetch them and let her kind of sit in here for a little while.
Yeah, just... I want you to meet the people that I'm with, just so you know I'm safe with them. They have protected me, and I've protected them back. Also, my eyes are green. We didn't think about that.
I was going to ask, but it suits you.
Dad's eyes. Wow.
Dad's eyes.
I want to bring people in here to meet you, just so you know that who they are.
I haven't spoken to anyone in so long. I'd be happy to meet them.
Okay, we're here. I'm gonna find someone.
She kind of just stays put on the carpet. Seems like her legs are a little too weak for her to push herself up to go wandering around. So you hurry outside, and one by one, you go and find each of your party. Dracera and Thumb are wandering back from a jaunt to the other side of the Whisperfields, it seems. Heliodor is neck deep in planning and working with a couple of other carpenters who are cracking away, getting on. Oh golly gosh, okay. And Kuri has just returned back from the hunt.
Why does Estella Dracera's mum know each other? Josh, you mean?
Well, I'll answer that in a bit because I don't know what you mean.
What? You know my mom.
I'm just gonna say that, like, I'm gonna see Dracera and I'm just gonna go like, come here, quick.
Dracera's instantly like, she's gonna be from a calm demeanor to like, oh fuck,
Something's
what's
happening.
going on? Oh my god, oh no.
Yeah.
And she's gonna like, do.
With Heliodor, they just tug on his hair and just go, ah.
Okay. Move along.
And Karik, they kind of just go up to him and just hold his hand and go, come.
He's probably wandering around with like 15 pelts over
You've got
himself.
like just a shitload of pelts on your shoulders.
He just like, I can hold one.
Yeah, imagine it's someone going for like laundry day.
It's like-
they've not got a basket, so it's under their arms, over the shoulders, on top of the head. They're just a walking mound of clothes.
It's like that picture of that kid where they gather all the chairs.
Yeah. It's the kid with all the chairs.
But he comes scuttling along the best he can with all these things. I got the pelts. I got the pelts.
Stop.
She's okay.
So you are each kind of brought back to Estella's house, or not Estella's house, Dracera's house.
Don't freak out. It's a spell.
Okay.
It's a spell that I did, and I just really want her to meet you.
Estella, what did you do?
Yeah.
They're gonna beckon for them to come into the house.
Okay. This token collides with at least one wall.
Okay,
Fuck.
I'm moving myself. Sorry, guys.
Oh no.
There you go.
Bashing into. Ah!
There you go.
Oh.
So as you walk into the room, you see this large kind of green circle with a variety of different sigils kind of drawn onto the floor in light. And sat kind of facing away from you is quite a large, like tall elven figure. very
another
long
tall one.
ears with long, well, not long anymore, but very curly red hair. Freckled, wearing kind of torn up clothing, looks quite skinny, but she seems aware that you've walked in and kind of turns her head. You can automatically see the resemblance. Stella looks an awful lot like her mother.
Hello. I don't think we've had the pleasure. And Heliodor puts a hand out.
She offers you a hand, and as you hold it, she kind of brings it up to her forehead and holds your hand against her forehead. She says, "You're Willow's friends?"
Kind of looks at Estella. Who's Willow?
Me.
Oh, okay. I'm friends with Hello.
She kind of pouts
Hey.
a little. Galley kind of lets go of your hand and pouts, and she's like, "You've been using your stage name."
I have, yeah.
Wait, this whole time, I thought Estella was just a cute little name. I didn't know it was a stage name.
Hey, what?
Chris head cocks and then all of the furs just fall on the floor. What?
But
Hey,
wait, are you still alive?
She kind of looks at her hands and turns them over. I think so.
Okay. Why was that in question? What?
Roll me an
Yes,
Arcana
Heliodor
check
just-
if you want to try and figure out
Yeah.
what the fuck is happening.
Yeah, Heliodor is very confused. Arcana, bam. All normal, please. Yeah,
Oh,
Can I do one?
Oh.
yeah?
that's not bad.
I don't know. Wait.
Dracera, you're like, what the fuck is happening? Why is there a green circle in my house?
Good question.
Even better, why is there a green woman in my house? Heliodor,
Gotcha.
you have a vague understanding of this spell. In that it's effectively, this is a projection of a person who is currently alive somewhere in the world, who will
Oh.
be kind of there for about 24 hours-ish. So you've got a day to talk to her.
Wow.
But she has to be alive to be able to summon her, so
So I'm really glad it
Perks.
worked.
she's alive.
Hello. I just needed a moment. It's a pleasure to meet you. Would you like some tea?
What's tea?
I'm gonna go get some tea. Heliodor runs out the door. Heliodor.
Dracera's like not taking her eyes off of her because she was almost basically convinced that this woman was dead.
Yeah. I think Galle kind of makes eye contact with you, and she jolts and kind of stiffens up a wee bit and looks at Estella.
That's Dracera.
I've seen someone who looks like you.
Was their skin pale white?
Yes, exactly.
Then I know who you mean.
I'm gonna beat their ass.
You're not like them, are you?
No,
Okay,
they're not like any of us.
good. Okay. She kind of shakes her head. She relaxes a little. Okay. Sorry, I'm not used to seeing such different people anywhere. I haven't seen anyone for quite some time.
I understand. We're just happy you're still with us.
You roll me an insight.
Oh yeah, -1. Let's fucking go.
Yes.
Oh Oh.
Oh.
Given
Okay.
like the kind of expression you get kind of a half smile in return, but you read that as if sometimes she doesn't seem to want to have been alive through what she's been through.
Ooh. Yeah.
It would have been a mercy for her to have just died.
Oof.
So
Not
she's
gonna fucking relay that information.
she is clearly like overwhelmed to see Estella, and to know that Estella's okay, but her own situation has been bad. Just by looking at the state of her, she is not in good condition, not for an elf, not for anyone.
Well, sorry, I just had an idea while I was talking. Do you know of your last location? We can come find you.
The last thing I remember seeing was glowing plant life. It was very, very dark, and there were glowing plants, but I've never seen anything like it.
Can we do a history check?
You can.
Shall we do a history? I think I might. I don't know. I might be shot in the dark.
History check. Whoa.
You get a vague feeling. It's somewhere in the Underdark.
Oh, I thought it was the fucking Underdark. Okay. And how long have you been there?
Since I left Estella.
Dracera kind of like stiffens up as she realizes that the last time they went to the Underdark, she probably could have been there. Oh god. Fucking terrible.
Estella, with that roll, it's very clearly somewhere in the Underdark. But obviously with that description, there is not enough to go on to get any more information.
Hang on.
But we've been there before, so we can probably go back.
You've been there?
Yeah. It was quite scary.
You shouldn't. No, you're too young. You're far too young.
I've done a couple of things I'm not really proud of.
She kind of looks at the rest of the party, almost like a parent who's like judging the crowd that Estella is hanging out with.
Killed myself, Ma.
I killed myself, Ma. Oh
Fucking
god.
do it again.
Where do you find out where we are?
Galate, are you still in possession of something that is uniquely you? Are you still wearing any jewelry or have any possessions on you?
They took all of my possessions when I came in, but they might be holding them somewhere. I don't know. I hope they didn't destroy them.
Does she have anything in her hair?
It's been cut out.
Hmm. And what is she wearing?
Tattered white shirt that is barely covering very much. Like a skirt or some kind of like tied on piece of fabric that she's wearing over her lower half. Bare feet.
Music.
Go away. Thank you. Sorry about that.
Tattered white shirt and a skirt.
Tattered white shirt, boys. Yeah, that. But yeah, she's not wearing anything you would classify as identifiable.
But she's wearing a tattered white shirt, right?
Tattered white shirt and sort of a robe, kind of, or piece of fabric that she's tied over her lower half.
Interesting, okay.
Estella, you notice she's not wearing the bracelet you made her. It's been taken from her.
The bracelet, I worked so hard on that. It's just made out with like a piece of string.
She, looking at her, she looks like the kind of woman that at one point was very fit very muscular, because she still has the outline of muscle on her. She's still got very broad shoulders, but it seems that time and lack of care and lack of food, she's very malnourished, has worn away at her figure quite a lot.
This over here is Greek. I've been with him for the longest, actually.
Hello.
She offers a hand towards you.
He takes a step forward and he'll kind of like take one of her hands with like two of his, kind of clasping around.
She takes both of them and kind of rests them against her forehead. It seems like a, almost like a greeting. Seems like a common greeting that she would do.
It's... I don't know how to describe it. It's great to finally meet someone after we went through the village.
Was there no one left?
Not when was there, no.
She looks like she's about to cry again. Kind of bites her lip, swallows it back. But you found Willow.
Kale, I found me and some others found, well, we kind of ran into each other. Quite, it has been some time now that we have been traveling together.
How long?
Kind of, his head kind of dips a little bit. It's like looking side to side, trying to think. It's
About a
it's about
year?
over a year.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like maybe a bit over a year?
About the cycle, maybe more. I've been trying to look after them best I can, same as everyone else.
You watch as her expression crumples a little. A couple of tears go down her cheeks. She holds your hand tightly. Thank you.
There is no need for thanks. I have children of my own. I know exactly what the feeling, how I would probably feel in the same situation. After this long, it feels like she's even one of my own.
I'm glad that they have you.
He kind of holds a couple of other arms off, kind of like offering a hug.
She opens her arms to hug you.
Small man give big hug.
Small man give very encompassing hug of forearms.
Honestly, Willow they've really grown. You'd be proud of them.
I'm always proud of them.
Estella's just on the corner crying.
Creak will offer Estella a hug as well.
Yeah, Heliodor comes back in with a teapot and some leaves. We're gonna make tea.
You're gonna beat the mushroom leaves! Put them down!
So,
Oh, God.
So, I've got chamomile, hibiscus, and dwarven breakfast. Just sets everything down and kind of looks around at the room. Ooh. Having tea for anybody? I'll just make the tea, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good idea.
And Heliodor makes 3 batches of makes 3 teas. Each one does the hibiscus, the dwarven breakfast, and chamomile.
Thumb has sat next to Galley and is just kind of looking at her.
That's Bum. He's a mushroom.
Strange creature. And Thumb signs to her. Hi, Grandma. And she just kind of looks at him and looks at Estella.
Grandma.
Is he? You're a bit young
No.
for children, Willow.
No, I didn't make it. No.
No.
He was a gift.
If it
He's a
helps,
golem.
he's a literal angel.
She kind of looks in Heliodor's direction. What do you mean?
Gorgeous little angel.
Roll me a deception check.
This was going so well.
Deception, you say.
Deception. Oh, nat 20!
Oh my god.
It's
Wow.
-1 though.
Yeah,
Oh no, it's +1, so it's 21.
she just smiles at the comment. She's like, he seems very sweet.
Makes really good tea as well.
She kind of pats him on the head, and he signs to Estella. I'm glad we found her.
Not yet, but we will.
But she's right here.
Because of a spell I did, she's not really here.
He kind of pats his hands on her leg.
Oh,
I can feel her.
I'm surprised that I could too.
He just shrugs at you.
I mean, I never really gave up on them. I always wanted to know that they were still around.
When I leave, she seems like that concept is cripplingly awful to her. She takes a moment. When I go back, can you do what you've done here for your uncle?
I can try.
Just so I know he's okay.
I want to know that too. I'll be sure to summon you more if that brings you any comfort.
I don't want to go back.
I know.
She is clearly kind of like almost like wide-eyed staring past you as she recalls what it's like. She's been trapped in a box for 7 years. This woman is not doing great.
Galle, we're going to come find you.
I don't know how much time there is left.
You just have to hold on. I know it's hard, but you have to.
She kind of gestures for you to step closer to her.
I'm gonna step closer to her.
She takes your hand, holds it to her forehead as to greet you properly. Before sort of leaning in and whispering to you. Can you hop into the one-to-one with me, please?
what the fuck?
I'm with Boogie
Give secrets for me too. God damn it.
So you hear her whisper to you, I think they're using me as a bargaining chip.
So they want us to find you?
I think they're betting on it. I think initially they were using me to make Elrod work with them. That's why they came to find me. And now they want Willow.
So... But we need to get you out of there.
Maybe it's too late. She lets go of your hand and kind of smiles as if she hasn't said anything too troubling to you. Let's hop back.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ah.
Galle just sort of smiles and turns her attention back to Heliodor, who is busy making tea.
Hibiscus tea is very good cold with just a dash of syrup in it. Holds out hibiscus tea.
She kind of takes it. It seems to almost sit like partially into her hands, as if she is not quite corporeal.
Yay.
And she attempts to drink it. It seems to just kind of pour onto the floor in front of her.
Did she taste it though? Fuck. Okay.
She looks very disappointed.
Don't worry, when we find you, I'll have shit tons of tea for you to try.
But, is there something I can try, please? See, I do not mean to be invasive, but could I have a look at one of the articles of clothing you are wearing?
She kind of offers her hands out and says, I'm not wearing very much.
That should hopefully not be a problem. And he kind of looks over like a bit of the fabric of her skirt. And he's hoping that familiarizing himself with that a bit, that possibly that if they get to the point where they may be close enough, or in the Underdark again, you might be able to use locate object
To be able to find her,
to find
clothes.
where. So as long as they were within a kilometre of her, he'd be able to track down to where she is.
Josh is posting the most heinous things in chat. Sorry, guys.
No, as in, Jack. I don't know whether I should say this or not. I literally. Well, it's out now. I messaged Selena going, "Hey, if we get close to the Underdark, I think I'm gonna locate object, but I'm not gonna tell Toby."
You're not gonna tell me.
Because you like retcon it. I'm like, she's moved, and I'm like, oh no.
Oh no. Well, you know the Underdark is almost as big as Sif. You're gonna have a time fucking finding it.
As soon as you started saying, I'm gonna familiarize myself with that, I was like, shit, the game's
You
up.
should have
boys.
said to me.
I was gonna make a group chat.
I hate you
I was
guys.
like, that's so genius. Oh my god, guys, it'd be so great if we I'm losing my shit.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
fuck.
it was a nice thought.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a nice thought.
Nice try, but fuck you.
Ugh.
God damn it. See, miscommunication.
The only way we survive.
You become relatively familiar with the kind of hemp clothing. It seems quite rough. It doesn't seem like something that you'd usually wear as clothes. But she has adopted it as a skirt. It seems like she has been given very, very little to sustain herself. But enough that she's alive.
Thank you. For fuck's sake. And here I thought I was being the smart one.
Because that's the game I play, is I come up with an idea and I either wait for it or I just go, oh yeah, I'm just going to do this now, and Toby's like, huh? That's my favourite game. And he's like, oh no.
And then you make me improv on the spot and make me die squirrel, so no.
It's
It's horrible. I hate it.
keep him on his toes, boys. It's not a game unless the DM is also surprised.
Perfect.
So, Galle is sat with you while you are having tea. If there's anything you want to ask her, she is there for 24 hours. She seems perfectly content with just having Estella kind of sit in front of her and kind of, she just wraps her arms around Estella and stays there, doesn't want to move.
Yeah, Heliodor will probably have a few teas and then be like, sorry, I have to go get to work, but if you would like to come and have a look at me doing carpentry and making a sled, by all means, please come have a look. But I bid you fair afternoon. I have some work to do. And Heliodor goes, pulling tools out like, eh.
Dracera's gonna follow Heliodor, to speak with him.
Oh, delightful.
Yeah.
Okay. What are
Yay.
Karik and Estella doing? You guys just staying put?
They were sitting like beside their mum, yeah. And I think they're gonna like talk about what they've been doing.
You're just gonna kind of run down the last year.
Story time.
Story time.
Yeah.
Creek will probably sit down and start looking over the pelts to see
If you can
what the
start putting
best
stuff
way.
together.
Yeah, like if it'd be better to actually mount onto something, or if it'd be okay just to wear over the top of what we're wearing now.
Are you going to try and sew anything together?
I think he'll size things out the now. He's not actually going to do anything with them.
'Cause you don't
And
have
we'll go out
long,
and see.
so it's your call.
I'll say since Estelar's there, he'll ask if he can get kind of like size them up a bit.
Measure
with
them
some of
up,
the-
so
yeah,
yeah.
like
See which pelts will fit them and what will cover
Yeah.
them in certain ways and whatnot. They've also been given a cloak by Moss, so they've got a nice long green cloak that you can attach stuff to if you need to.
hey, I think after that he might go out and look for any tailors
People
or
capable of
seamsters.
doing
Yeah,
stuff.
people
Yeah.
who can help him out a lot with it.
Okay. Heliodor and Dracera, you make it outside. It's kind of coming around to the evening, so the light outside is dimming. There's sort of the gentle blue glow of the Whisper Fields that's lighting the path. But you two are alone outside.
Oh, hello. Do you want to come and watch me hammer nails into stuff?
I can do, but it's mainly something that Galley spoke to me about.
Okay. Come with me. And I think Heliodor makes his way over to the where they're currently like dismantling the wheels, and probably like steps up into the cabin. Like, come on.
She follows up. She looks kind of hesitant, like kind of uncomfortable to talk about what she's gonna say. And she just kind of needs to say it. Galley thinks that she's being used as a bargaining chip in order to get Estella to come to the Harbingers.
Ooh, shit. Okay.
I think she's got a point.
Right. What do they gain by doing that? Apart from obviously Estella, but what's
Well, they're going to get
that?
all of us.
They get all of
And-
us. They also get that key.
Yeah. They're after us, and I want to go and get her back, but at the same time, if we're stupid about this, or we go headlong, or anything like that, we're all dead.
Agree. So, first step is find out where she is, if we can find out exactly where she is, without going to the Underdark.
I don't know if there is a way unless we go in there again. And trust me, you
Again?
don't want to go into the Underdark, really. But I
Okay.
have a feeling that I don't think their headquarters maybe are in the underground. I think she's just there maybe to corner us.
Right. Are you suggesting destroy the Harbingers before getting Estella's mum?
Maybe. I don't know. Part of me feels like she's already given up. Part of me knows
Mum.
that she's already given up.
Aye. Alright. So, you need to prioritize.
I don't want to. It's going to be difficult to Estella. I don't think they'll understand, and I completely. And I really want to go and find her, but at the same time, they want Estella specifically for some reason, and I don't want to hand them over.
Okay. So, steer clear.
Until we can
And-
think of something. Yeah.
I agree. Which will mean not going to the ring or disguising Estella. Disguising all of ourselves.
I can disguise
Because-
myself for an hour at a time.
That's not gonna be long enough, and the let's just say that Fortuna is thorough. Their assessments of people. He needs to be very smart. If it's true, if this is a lure, that means they're aware that we can find her. Which is a good sign. Because we can find out where their mother is, but mainly plan how to do that be best.
Hmm.
I can try and figure something out. Might have some people I can talk to, but nothing concrete.
Or maybe
Point.
if someone goes to find her, another group that's not related to us or Arda. But I don't think it's a good idea if we go directly.
I think hiring someone would be good. An investigator or an investigative group.
Hmm.
Dracera.
Send them off to do that.
Oh no.
Dracera, roll me a history check.
Oh no. Oh, Reggie. Hang on. I don't know how to use my computer mouse.
Billy, get out!
Oh, shit, sorry, mate. Oh, whoop.
Save some pussy for the rest of us, why don't
Oh, it was almost that 20! You fuck.
No.
Okay.
Hang on, wait. No.
Because you know this information, I'll let you roll at advantage. Try again.
What?
I know this information.
Oh,
Okay, bitch. Please.
Significantly better.
Yes.
What?
You do know somebody who has patrols in the Underdark who would be able to help you. The Hunters of Helios are working with Arda.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we know him. We know him. Hi.
So whether or not he would be willing to search for a random woman,
An important woman.
an important woman, but a random woman, who isn't someone of his usual targets.
She's a vampire.
She's not a vampire.
do you,
Well, I mean, we
do you
could
have
always.
a brainwave?
Well, we do know a person who patrols that area. The
Oh.
last time we saw him, he wasn't exactly happy to see us. But
Oh,
the person who he exactly wasn't happy to see is no longer around, and maybe we can use that.
okay. So, does an incentive need to be sent as well? Like, we'll pay you, we'll give you something, I don't know.
Yeah. He's not just
What-
gonna do it.
Okay, so what's the kind of thing they usually go for?
Vampires?
Oh, okay. Like, what the fuck?
Heliodor, you can roll me a history check.
Oh, shite. No, that's not what I wanted to do, you piece of... Fine. History. I'm pretty good at those. Normal. Something good.
Okay.
Yeah!
So, you've heard of a sort of a small renegade group of hunters who specifically deal with hunting vampires. They're called the Hunters of Helios. You have had interactions with them before because they have come to a couple of the tithes, or at least they've had representatives at the tithe, who are big spenders for very specific equipment.
Okay. Theodore, I think, lights up and goes, oh, wait. I know them. And if you can tell them, they can have a customized item for free from a feldspar, they might do it.
It's a good shot.
Just
Yeah,
so you
and
know,
I
your
think
best bet is
Heliodor
probably
will-
when you go back to Arda. That's the only time you'll be able to get contact with them.
Yeah.
Heliodor will give that context as well of like, oh, they're big spenders in the City of Violet Gold. Hey, I could do that.
So you have a point of
Yeah.
contact to go for you. That's something you can investigate when you get back to Arda.
You gotta save this old man first.
Gotta save the old
Oh,
boy
boy.
first.
This old
Gotta go
boy can
get
fit so much
Dad.
ass in it.
With that, we're gonna go on break.
Woo.
I'm gonna take a 10-minute break or so. We'll be back in a wee
Tiki
bit.
time.
See you in a bit, lads.
Uh,
The kebab man.
No.
Here!
Okay, so
now we're starting to shit. Very nice.
over the course of the next few hours, you spend time talking to Galley, explaining to her what's been happening, what you know, what's happened to you, where the party have been, people that you've met. Galley sort of listens in silence. It seems like she's just simply enjoying being in company, especially with Estella. Kurik, you're kind of gauging fur sizes before you head out and find someone to assist you with putting them together into something wearable. Estella, you notice after a little while that Galley seems to have dozed off whilst you've been talking. Yeah, the rest of the evening passes relatively peacefully. She sleeps in a sitting position with you kind of leaning against her, almost as if she's gently kind of gestured for you to rest your head on her lap. She's got one hand in your hair, and she seems comfortable where she is, or at least she's gotten used to sleeping like this. Heliodor, you're able to construct everything that you've needed to construct for the caravan.
Yeah.
And by the time that morning rolls around, you can take a long rest. Everyone can take a long rest.
Yeah.
Nice. Needed.
Kurik, you are presented with 4 sets of winter clothing.
God, everything's so bright.
I think the weirdest part for Karik is the fact he's gonna have to wear shoes.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's like winter boots made up, and it's like he's never really worn shoes beforehand. It's like, you know, when the first point is like, you know, when you see the videos of people putting like shoes on their dogs.
Yeah, they can't bring it.
It's less
That's like Karik as well. It's-
with Kurik. It's not shoes. There aren't really soles. It's more so like leg wraps. So you've had there's like fur that's laid across the bottom of your foot, so you're not like walking on snow.
Yeah.
But it's not like a solid boot bottom like
Yeah.
normal shoes would be, because they can't make shoes in a night. That's not how that works. With what they've got in supplies and what you've provided to them, they were able to provide you something that is going to keep you warm, or at least stave off the effects of being in extreme cold weather for a little bit longer.
Yay.
So you each get given warm winter clothing that you are able to kind of put on, try on, kind of get a feel for how it feels. It's quite hefty because it's a lot of fur, and very, very warm, especially here. So you kind of have to take it off again after a little while just so you can breathe whilst you are still on this plane. It is like late morning. Galley has woken up. She has been quiet all morning, just sort of only really talking to Estella in sort of very tired sentences, telling you she hasn't had a sleep like that in a while, and that she's happy that she was able to at least get some rest. You've explained to her briefly that you're going somewhere very, very cold, though the concept of it being another plane she doesn't seem to be grasping, really, because that sort of thing is very alien to your average person. She asks if you're leaving before she has to go. You're just shaking your head.
I'm saying no. I don't know what anyone else is saying.
I think if we can give him the time, I think Karik would want to.
Would want to leave, or
No, give
I'll give
Eslar and Thingway their time.
yeah, okay. What about the rest of you?
I guess part of me is worried is that Clay is going through freaking I mean the time that he's going through is faster than the time we're currently on. So every second we waste is going to be detrimental to his safety.
Agreed.
You can
I'm
always
happy to
dispel the
do
spell
more
before
checks.
it's over. As
I
well.
feel bad, but like at the same time, we've got to make sure Clay isn't like getting fucked up by the frost giants.
And other horrific monstrosities.
Yeah, like giant wolves and giant bears. Oh
Oh
my.
my. So, I don't know the two people involved really. I don't know your mother, and I don't know this Clay, so I don't think I have bearing over this. I'm going to finish up my some checks on the wagon. This is for you to decide. And Heliodor steps away and does final checks and stuff.
Do we know how long she's gonna stay?
You have approximately another 8 hours with her. You'd be leaving like
But-
mid-afternoon.
Oh wait, we don't leave right now?
You're waiting for the call from Dylan.
Oh, well, we're gonna wait until he calls.
So you're just gonna stay with her? Are you talking with her at all?
Yeah,
Just
speaking about Clay and stuff.
explaining who you're looking for. She seems to be getting more and more worried about the fact that you're going somewhere so distant. But she seems comfortable with the people that you're traveling with. So at the very least, she's taking comfort in the fact that the people that you've got with you will keep you safe, and that you have grown into a capable person yourself. But because it's such unfamiliar territory, and you have lived this whole life without her, she almost feels like she doesn't have jurisdiction now. And she tells you that. She's like, you're a young adult. This is your choice. And I will stick by you no matter what, even if I'm not always happy with the choices you make. They're not my choices to make.
I mean, I haven't really killed anyone yet, besides myself. Copy.
That definitely earns a look of absolute terror.
It was like a puppet. It didn't have a face.
I hope you,
Yes, better.
I hope you never have to kill anyone.
I'm seriously trying not to.
She kind of she pulls a bit of a face and sighs. I understand that the world is unkind, and people will not discriminate whether or not you are an adult or a child or whatever they may see you as. And it's a matter of survival. If you have to fight to keep yourself safe, then fight as hard as you can.
I will.
She kind of gently holds your face again and smiles at you. I know.
I miss her so much.
Has a breakdown. Drosera, about 11 o'clock in the morning, you feel the same kind of pull from Dylan that you've been getting.
She goes to find Estella and sort of stands in front of them with their mom still there. It's like, Estella, it's time to go.
I don't want her to be alone.
Well, we know the spell works now.
She holds your hand and looks at you, Estella. I know I'll see you again soon.
Yeah. I mean, I'm definitely gonna dispel it. If we're just gonna leave, because I don't want her just to be alone if she can barely stand.
Who else is in the room? Is it just you two?
Heliodor's not in here.
No.
Yeah, fuck you, Heliodor.
Not my monkey, not my circus.
I don't know about Karik since he's doing the clothes.
What's Karif doing? Is he out and about?
I think if he's went out and got the clothes, he's probably went around and gave a set to everyone.
Yeah.
Or give their set to everyone.
So you're likely also in the room.
Likely, aye.
Okay.
Probably, if it's just Estella and Amara there, then he's probably gave them a wee bit of time to themselves and then come back with them.
Everyone in the room, roll me an insight check.
Woo! Another good take from Sarah.
Yes.
Okay. So, Karik, you're the only person to notice. But as Estella kind of has to take a few steps back out of the circle, as Galet...
I'm gonna tell them that I will find them.
She smiles at you, kind of places her hands in her lap, takes a few calming breaths. She seems to be kind of trying to steady herself. Karik, you can see her shaking. You can see her hands are trembling in her lap. The concept of going back is scaring her.
I'll say Karik's probably going to take a step forward towards her, kind of crouch down on the floor in front of her. And I'll say he'll just kind of take both her hands between all of his, kind of like rubbing them gently, giving a little squeeze, just to try and help calm her down a little bit.
She looks at you, and there's that kind of glisten of tears, a haze over her eyes. She doesn't quite blink them into existence, but she looks like she's trying to keep a calmness about her for Estella's sake. And as Estella begins to almost like reverse write the spell, drawing the circle back in, it begins to slowly dim down into nothingness. You watch each of the sigils get written out of existence one by one, and her figure begins to fade, as if she was nothing really more than a cloud. She leans into you, Karik, says, "Take care of them."
He steadies his hands around hers, leans in a little closer up to her ear, say, "I will always protect them like one of my own."
And she blinks and those tears finally fall. And before they hit the ground, she is gone.
Stella's crying again.
I'm gonna pull Estella into a hug.
Thumb is gonna hug your leg.
Thank you.
We'll get her back.
Wait till you see my uncle.
Big. Big. Big man.
Big.
The four of you, by midday, have head to see Dylan.
Yep.
Karika, remember to take a long rest? You haven't yet.
Thought I did I not? Oh, I might have clicked one thing, but not all the thing. I clicked the thing. The thing has been clicked.
There you go.
The thing is done.
Dylan is looking significantly better off today, after having rested. And they smile at you and welcome, but there's clearly sort of almost a somber air as the four of you enter his domain. And he dead
Every time.
every session.
Every
Fucking
Right.
session, I swear. I'm so sorry.
And he kind of opens his hands to you. Are you ready?
Oh.
I guess.
Well, we should put our warm clothes on now before we arrive so that we just don't faff.
So you'll kind of tug on your nice
Warm.
new warm clothes, covered in furs of variety of colours. Dylan looks like he's finding you putting that stuff on amusing, because he's grinning, as you're wearing this just mountain of fur per person.
Okay.
Remember,
To go.
it will take a day here for me to recover my energy to bring you home. You must stay there for 4 days.
Yeah. That's. I mean, I completely understand, and that's not. Oh. Fucking cold.
I will bring you as close as I can.
We'll get it back.
Oh shit.
Dylan does similarly to how you entered the plane of static. The water below them begins to glow, and they welcome you forward to step into the water.
In we go.
Oh, here we go, boys.
You begin to step 1 foot at a time into this water. It's not wet, it's not cold, it just kind of feels like a pressure around you as you begin to slip under. You instinctively go to kind of take a breath as your head dips below the water, but you don't need to. You breathe normally under the water, and for a few moments it almost feels like you're falling. You are suddenly met with very, very sharp cold. A shock of cold hits the lungs and automatically makes you inhale sharply. It is not a cold you've ever felt before. All-encompassing. I've got to open the map.
Wow.
It's fucking
I've
cold.
fallen. And I can't get up.
Oh, I need to get his hit points back up to 50.
Oh!
Snow. Snow.
Snoo.
Snoo!
You are
And
met
a big
with
fucking wolf. Oh!
You are met with a very sort of high up section of land that is cracked in multiple places, covered in this white powdery substance. It is freezing, but you, thanks to Krieg, have been given furs enough that you don't have to make rolls for this stuff. Otherwise, I'd be making you roll.
Oh god.
Anyway, I think regardless right now,
Well,
coming into
shit.
here, Creek just feels this icy blast hit him in the face, and he just wraps these fucking furs around his face.
Just covers yourself completely. Everyone make me a perception check.
Oh, because I'm so good at those. What? Normal. Oh, oof.
So, Estella and Curry, the first thing you noticed against the kind of stark white of this snow is a long bridge connecting between two caverns. Dylan, you remember Dylan said he would drop you as close as he possibly could. This seems to be as close to where he deems the location to be. Secondly, you notice a very large black furred creature sat in the snow, not too far away from you, kind of curled up on itself, head resting on these gigantic, monstrous looking paws, eyes closed.
Dog, can we keep him?
Oh god, fuck's sake.
So fucking literally not.
No, but he's sleeping.
Creek
Oh, that's-
is instantly out of reaction, just cast Pass Without Trace.
Okay, everyone roll me a
Fail.
strength check, a strength, a stealth check. A stealth check, please,
Oh.
With a +10.
with a +10.
Plus 10.
Oh shit, that's quite nice. Where's my stuff?
Ooh, 26.
14, 24.
Let's do it disadvantage,
Uh,
right?
That's an 8 for thumb.
Oh.
Dracera. 13 for Dracera. Okay.
Sweet. I added the 10 on already.
Okay.
Wait, is Thumb suited up?
If you've given
He doesn't
Thumb
feel cold.
something- He doesn't feel the cold, but if you gave him a hat,
Oh yeah,
Creek would have made him up
making a
just like
little
this big
mushroom
huge
hat.
shanker. Creek's just made him a big huge shanker.
he's got like a big square ass hat.
Babushka, babushka.
He's like, he found like a couple of little sticks to put him on the front as like decoration.
Oh, I've still got my invisibility cloak as well.
Is that kind of destroyed?
It is
Got a bit of
destroyed.
holes
yeah.
in it.
You haven't.
Completely.
No, you haven't had it repaired.
Mm.
You
Oh,
would need
oof.
to get it repaired if you want to use it. again.
Oh.
Theodore would like to. We're not in combat right now, are we?
No, you are currently
Heliodor.
stealthed to your knowledge.
Heliodor would like to very, very quietly cast Aid on everyone.
Okay. Everyone.
Yes.
Okay.
Everyone gets +5 to their hit points. Your hit point maximum is increased by 5.
Sarah, yours is already at that, so I'm not because it's automatic. I didn't take it off from the last time we did it, so it's still on there.
Okay, so
Is
everyone
it?
should already
Yeah.
be there.
Mine's still 84 out of 84.
Yeah. So your maximum hit points has gone up by 5.
Nice.
I thought that was just my hit points anyway.
Yeah, 84 is our standard.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm a fool then. Ignore me.
You should be 89.
Yeah.
Or sorry, should I say 69 plus 20?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
I'm gonna add
Rolled it.
so where it says max
Thing.
under your hit points, just add a 5.
5.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's that.
Wait.
I've done it.
Oh,
Don't worry.
okay.
Okay. So, Aegis cast. What are you guys doing?
So you got that just where we are now. being very quiet. Can Creek do a which fucking thing would that be again? Could Creek quickly look around the place using a survival check to see if you can see any what would look like human tracks?
Okay, yeah.
And I would get advantage because technically
It's
humans
favored enemy.
are a favoured enemy.
Yep, go on then.
So he would get
Nice.
advantage on tracking humans.
Yummy.
Survival advantage then, please.
21.
21. So, given the snowfall here, you're kind of like peering through this white haze in front of you, looking for any kind of different shapes in the snow, because this stuff seems to react. You're looking at your own feet and looking at how your feet respond to the snow. You can see dents, which you can assume to be footprints. They don't seem big enough to be the size of the creature, but you can't identify them as human tracks.
Because of the snowfall.
Because of the snowfall. But they are moving across the bridge.
Right. Guys, just as I thought, I can see what might be footprints. They're definitely not big enough to beat those animals, and they lead across the bridge.
I guess we go that way then. Shall we?
Across the bridge.
Who's leading the charge?
Is that bridge going to take Mare's wit?
Fucking better.
I say Mare goes last.
Oh, that's fair. Here, at the end of the bridge, quietly.
Mare, kind of...
Needs to roll a stealth.
Yeah, rolls the stealth.
Oh, yeah, I just got... Oh god.
24. So,
Hey!
currently, Mare is stealthier than the paladin.
Sounds about right.
Mare moves very slowly through the snow to avoid making too much noise, but settles themselves where you've asked them to be. They place a paw on one of the posts holding the bridge intact. The post itself seems very, very sturdy.
Okay. I'll be.
Do you wish for me to go first, or does anyone else want to?
The one who knows where the tracks are.
Okay, follow my lead, I
Yeah.
guess.
There's shit in this white snow.
Creek. Oh shit, that wasn't meant to be. Creek is going to put one foot on the first couple of points that you can see is on the actual ground. Oh god, the DM's laughing. No.
Oh, you are
Something's wrong.
lucky motherfuckers. Jesus Christ.
I thought I heard a dice roll and I was like,
Also heard a dice roll.
Yes, you did roll. I hear a dice roll. Okay. Alright.
Oh,
So
okay.
as you get closer, you see this gigantic beast stir ever so slightly. Kind of one ear flicks and then it just goes back to sleep. Even with those two terrible rolls, it did not roll higher than that, and it did not notice.
Wow. It didn't
Jesus.
get better than -2. Shit.
So it didn't get better than 8. Thumb rolled an 8 with the with
Ah.
that. So
Should we take care of these things first, or should we just go?
No. Absolutely not. If we can just get past them, let's just get past them.
okay.
Dylan will pick us up
Okay.
wherever the fuck we are.
Creek is going to tentatively try the first few steps, like the parts that are still on the actual rock face.
So you push your feet against them, They bend a wee bit. They creak a wee bit. Seems sturdy enough.
The others, just hearing you say that they bend a wee bit, the others just see Karik's head, look back at the others, and then over at Mayor. Like, I don't think this is going to take it.
We'll be fine. Heliodor comes up behind you and quickly wraps a rope around you and ties you off, and then makes a loop and puts it on the
Yes.
post, the sturdy-looking post.
Is not
Just in
so
case.
much me. A good plan. Is not so much me as Mayor. I feel
No.
slight bend in material already.
Ever so
Fine.
gentle.
Mayor will be okay. Mayor will go last.
Okay.
Wait, how many
okay.
people can only Estella use the jar?
Yes.
Fuck.
At their warlock
Shit.
level, yeah.
And Heliodor kind of, I think, gestures to Kari to go forwards, but also looks to Estella and goes, I think you should go next.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Karik will then start his magical journey.
think I'm gonna-
Holding on very securely to the ropes and everything as he goes. Like 2 hands on the rope around his waist, a hand on either side on the two
Nice.
rope handles across the bridge.
The wind is battering you, and you feel the bridge kind of sway a wee bit with the wind. But this bridge, despite how old it looks, seems to be pretty sturdy.
I'm okay with heights.
I'll say,
I'm also gonna. Sorry, I'm also gonna carry Thumb just so he doesn't have to walk or like slip through like.
Because you're carrying Thumb, he'll take your stealth roll, so he will kind of sit on your shoulders.
Yeah.
I'll say put one foot forward on a couple of the other planks, and he kind of pushes them a little bit as if testing those planks. Not like heavy like stamping, but like little pushes on it, sort of thing. And I'll say he probably does that every step or two.
You managed to make it across. As you get across, the first thing you notice is another one of these beasts sat under the side of what looks like an alcove of the stone. Again, kind of curled up, half asleep.
Karik undoes the rope that's around him, and like kind of puts it back on top of the bridge for the others to pull back across. And then they just see him pull out a bow and an arrow, and he just like he gives like a
The gesture. Go, move.
and then pointing like no like in the direction of the other wolf, and then motions to the other one on their side like there's another one.
2 puppies.
Estella.
I remember what happened the last time I had a character try to pet a dire wolf. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Stella's gonna go with Thumb.
Start making your way across. I will. Yeah, there you go.
Hmm.
You also now see this gigantic mound of fur, as it like breathes out of its snout. There's just like this flurry of white snow as the powder snow gets kind of disturbed with it exhaling.
It's a big baby.
It's a big
Don't you
baby.
fucking touch it.
Who's up next?
Dracera.
Alright. Gonna freaking cross the bridge. I'm gonna 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 cross the bridge. Oh fuck, there's a fucking wolf. Just in case, for no reason. Okay. Cool.
For no reason, I'm just gonna measure how far that is.
Yeah,
from me.
just in case. I'm gonna just hold my amulet when I get there and ready a potential channel divinity moment.
Okie dokie. Heliodor.
Heliodor steps across gently, and then when on the other side, oh, not that far, when on the other side, mental connection, Mare, it's your turn to come across. Gently, quietly.
Dracera's gonna grab the one of the posts
Heliodor, roll me a
Heliodor
d20.
grabs the post as well. Ah, no!
Oh,
don't kill
savage.
me!
They're so strict and direct.
My boy! Just a straight d20.
Just a straight d20.
Oof.
So, you watch Mare begin to kind of pour down, test the waters a little. And as his weight moves onto the bridge, you watch the bridge sink a slight. Moves forward a little further. He's a little wider than the bridge, so the ropes are kind of pushed apart. So he's kind of very slowly making his way across, looking down as if to manage where his feet are going.
I instruct Mare to put the rope that's like on either post, just between the mouth, gripping, so it can slide through, but not enough to like bite through it, so that if shit
It's got
does
something
go
to hold
wrong,
on to.
you can just clamp down and hold on. Yeah.
Shrek, I'm looking down.
He's looking down. And you watch it. It's like as he reaches kind of the zenith of the bridge, the center of the bridge, it has dipped quite significantly. The posts are bending in a slight as he is at its middle. Keeps walking very tentatively. Makes it to the other side. The bridge is still intact, and Mare is still okay.
Heliodor just hugs Mare like, oh shit, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck,
Big
oh fuck.
baby.
No, don't look at that big baby. Look at the.
No,
big
I'm talking
baby.
about Mare. He's a big baby.
Big
Okay.
baby.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay,
A bit more appropriately sized.
do we... Golf, stage whispering. Do we need to go that way? And points off in... no, not that one. No, oh, go away. Oh, for fuck.
Up this
Oh.
direction.
Up this way, yeah.
Do the tracks still lead off that way?
Yes.
And you give a nod.
Okay. Nice and quiet now.
And Creek will start off the lead again.
Roll me another stealth check.
Oh,
All of us?
All of you.
oh god.
Am I still at disadvantage?
33!
Mare rolled a 13.
Alright.
Oh, I'm at
Selected.
disadvantage, am I not?
If you got armor on.
Thumb rolled
well.
another nat 1. So another 8.
Well, I'm holding on to him.
Oh yeah, no,
Oh,
Thumb
and
doesn't
the-
need to roll them. Yeah, that's fine.
Ah, oof.
So you got a
Oof,
24.
oof, oof.
So you got a
Okay,
24,
that's
a
alright.
21, a 15, a 13, and a 33.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I'm still readying my channel action, by the way.
Okay. You begin to make your way through the snow, trying to be as stealthy as you possibly can. It is clear that this creature seems to be keeping an eye on you. You feel like you're being watched.
So it's awake.
You feel like there's like a bit of a rumble underneath you, and from that angle, from somewhere in that direction, you can hear a growl
For the direction we're walking or from the wolf?
from the wolf.
Okay. He kind of looks back to the others and kind of motions them of be don't dawdle.
Mm.
And he's gonna kind of like point it, and then the kind of things he would understand, he puts a hand under his throat and kind of goes like, as if signifying, you know, sort of thing. If that would make
Sarah's like
sense
not
to
gonna
any of the
turn her
others.
back on it. She's gonna just be staring at it as she's walking past.
Oh no, don't look at me, no.
Good puppy.
I'll say once everyone's past this point, Creek is going to cast an alarm there,
Okay.
so that when they've moved on, in case it comes after them, he knows it's not staying put there.
Okay.
So it's like covering over like this kind of area.
You watch it kind of sit itself up, pushes itself up to its full height. This thing is easily maybe 7 or 8 feet tall, just sitting down.
Nothing should be that tall. Nope. No, thank you.
Dracera, are you still watching it?
Yeah.
Roll me a perception check.
We aren't big enough for it to want to eat us.
I don't know.
You swear that through the kind of haze of the fog, there is more than one set of eyes watching you from that thing's face.
Oh no. Oh no.
No.
You see the
That
size
does
of a
make me
chicken nugget, it don't matter how big.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait until everyone's further behind me to then sort of back off.
As you start moving, Dracera, it moves forward.
Oof.
Okay, on that note then, I'm gonna cast Trance State.
Okie dokie. So, what do I have to make a save on that?
A Charisma save.
Charisma save. Six.
Yeah, you fail. Good thing I'm good at
Nice.
that. So the creature is past
Can't hear,
your out.
can't hear you. You keep cutting out.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I'll come closer. On a failed save, the creature is pacified and does not have any intention to hurt you or your allies until it takes damage. A tranced creature cannot tell the difference between what is real and what is a vision of their dreams. If images of fantasy and good tidings from Adynn, and then every turn spent in this state, eventually it will go to sleep.
So you, what does your channel divinity look like?
Like the amulet lights up as sort of this flash of blue, and then lights up the eyes of the creature, and it sort of hazes over in this blue haze.
You can absolutely see 4 eyes looking in your direction now that they are blue.
Oh.
And it just kind of, its ears flatten a little bit, and it just yawns, and sits back down. It's watching you, but it doesn't seem particularly interested in going anywhere right now.
Great.
Just and it goes
Enjoy
back to sleep.
Dylan's realm, you fucking bitch. And then I'm gonna turn around and continue walking while it starts to go Betty Bows.
Betty boys.
Yeah.
As you begin kind of trekking up, you watch it begins to incline further, and you're following a path almost up towards a mountainside. As you look off the edge of the mountain, like off the side of the cliff face, you just see clouds below you. It is a steep drop. As you're making your way, you start to see sort of structures begin to appear between the stone and the rock. Sort of pillars of clearly carved out stone blocks that have been placed together. It seems like almost like it's becoming a walkway towards somewhere. Before, I suppose, the 6 of you are met with a gigantic crumbling castle that has half sunken into the mountain.
What the fuck?
It is buried beneath a thick layer of snow. There are torn banners on either sides of this great oak wooden door in blue and grey sort of tones, with what looks to be like the sigil of a raven with a sword through its head. Engraved on it, or at least drawn on or painted on or whatever. Underneath it are these strange-looking runes that look like they should be words, but I'm assuming none of you speak Giant.
Can't I understand all languages?
You fucking can. I forgot that you have eyes of the Runekeeper. Dang. So, Estella, as you look at these
I
letters,
knew it was coming.
that's
You
so fucking
legend.
useful. I forgot you had that. So,
Oh, what a fucking name. Jeez.
you are you're looking at these runes, and they sort of slowly begin to merge into words you can understand. In for you, it's sort of a green haze, as if there's like a translation over the top of them as you're looking at them. And it reads, Castle Morn, long live the king.
Whoa. There's a king in here. Not good.
Oh.
Last time that we met a princess, it didn't end well.
Okay, well, you know, I'm a duke. Maybe I can chat with a king. Is your Clay a king?
If he has
Oh my
survived,
gosh.
if he has survived out here that long, I would not be surprised.
Deserves to be a king.
He's a king.
I mean, with the
Okay.
size of the sheets that man takes.
Wow.
Okay,
Wow.
are we
Character,
looking
character.
What are we looking for exactly? A door? Is there?
There's a door in front of you.
We knock on the door. Are
If you
we?
would
The map
like
hasn't
to.
loaded for me.
The map hasn't loaded for you.
Holy shit! This.
Oh no, it's the
castle's
fog of war. We're at the
fucking
bottom. of that.
mad.
Yeah, so when you open the door, you'll see more, but at the moment you can only see what's outside.
Oh, it's all
Wants
black.
to knock, or who wants to
In
just
fact,
go
wait,
in?
wait 1 moment. I just want to see something. And Chris going to roll another survival to try and see if there's those. If the tracks lead through the door or if they lead a different way around.
Okie dokie.
Oh, bastard, that was almost an 18.
So, the snow up here seems to have thinned a little bit. From what you can tell, the indents have kind of stopped, but they stop around the door. So it seems like the door's been disturbed. Somebody seems to be using this door. You still don't know whether or not they are human tracks.
So, open the door.
It seems like they must have went through the door. I can't tell whether it's human tracks or not.
Shall I just check
Okay.
before we go in?
It might be best, I think.
Oh, I'm glowing a little bit. Hee hee hee.
You are
Okay.
very bright today.
It's dark.
Yeah.
It's a little dark out. So
I'm gonna
The only thing that'd be
do.
glowing is just a face.
yeah.
Just a torch face.
Warm.
Wow.
I'm gonna do a divine sense.
Okay. You feel nothing within 60 feet of you, other than the party.
Yeah, there's nothing immediately by the door that I can sense.
Okay. Let me just check. I don't know. I would no.
Check that I've done that.
I'm gonna check the door. I'm just gonna make sure it's not got like a booby trap on it or something. I don't know.
I
You
mean,
wanna check
if
what's
you
it's
don't
trapped?
probably just been.
It has a quick like
Do you,
glance about. Like
I can look at traps if wish.
Ah, no, don't waste a spell on this. No.
Roll me an investigation
Opens
check.
the door,
Uh,
opens door, 12 barrels of black powder.
God, it comes back to one.
investigation.
To be honest, I think
no.
Clay's probably hiding in the snow with his ass up to like a rock.
Is that why that boulder back there was so big?
Yeah.
It's actually just outside.
So at 16, it just looks like a very heavy iron door. It might take quite. You're gonna roll me a strength check. then.
Oh, you ain't kill me, Nick. I'm not very strong.
Standard strength check, please. Unless someone wants to help you.
I'll help him.
I
For
will
Sarah.
help you.
Just
Please,
Sarah
let
push
me
it open
assist you.
and let
Sweet
Heliodor
little-
help.
Alright.
Advantage, please.
Advantage
Yeah.
on a strength check. Alright. Ability check. As advantage, isn't it?
Yes.
Mhm.
So click on. Yep. There you go.
Oh, amazing.
Fast.
You are definitely struggling to push open this door. It's budging a little bit, so you're kind of getting it open.
There!
You want to get Mare to do
Open this
it?
fucking door! I hate doors. Fuck.
Would you be helping it? Would you be helping? I assume you would be.
Yeah.
I'll roll another one. Okay. That's more like it. Okay. Mare,
was
like
scary as
with the two
fuck.
of you kind of pushing on either side, you're trying to push this door inward. Mare kind of takes a few steps back before barreling into the door. Door opens.
I've out the way. Holy shit.
Oh.
The door wasn't
Big
deep.
boy.
You know.
So you are met immediately by a startlingly large skeleton of a humanoid, dressed in dull leathers and in a heap against a pile of crates. In fact, as you step inside, everything seems huge, like disproportionately so. The unlit brazier under a sort of rugged carving of a male humanoid statue. The tables across the far end of the room, everything is disproportionately massive. The cold doesn't seem to let up massively here in the large sort of dark space ahead of you. However, I need everyone to roll me a perception check, please.
Lads, we're in High Hrothgar.
Gracious, look at the size of
I
that.
rolled a hammer. You hear the greybeards? No.
I'm just looking at the size of that fucking hammer. On like
Yeah.
the right.
Oh wow.
Once. No.
Perception.
Perception.
I think Heliodor will also take Chronometer off of his shoulder and go fly around, see if you can find anybody else.
The bird
And
flutters off.
sends Chronometer off.
They flutter through this open door up here
Mhm.
and off further into the castle. So the only person who notices is Heliodor, but you notice as you watch Chronometer flutter away, through that door from the window on the far end of this room, there is just a streak of blood across the floor.
Oh,
Fresh.
Heliodor goes
Yes.
over there. Oh, there's a lot of fresh blood
That's not
over there.
clay.
Something was dragged
okay.
through that window and through the open door.
Ooh, shite.
Oh, that's a
Um,
fucking crossbow.
That is a ballista, I think, actually.
Well, it takes a ballista.
Oh, it's a large war weapon. Like a crossbow, but gigantic and on wheels. So you put wheels on that, that'd be a ballista.
Oh.
I don't think they were using them as ballistas.
No, but we could,
Hmm.
if it comes to that. Right,
Could
okay, I guess follow the trail of blood.
you have a little look at the blood then to try and determine, like, maybe what kind of creature it is, or at least how old the blood is?
Roll me a medicine
Just-
check,
Right.
Can I help?
if you'd like to.
Yeah.
Still would like to light this brazier.
Advantage.
So this blood seems like it has just been it's fresh. It has just been smeared here. Like
Just, you just
minutes
see,
ago.
You just see Chris head, like, kind of stick back a bit before he stands up and just steps back from the window. Just like, this only just happened. And he's
Do you
kept
think-
looking around the place,
The
just
blood
like,
trail trails across here, up through this door.
what? Is it like heavy blood
Yes.
trails? Like more trails than like a human would have, like amount of
With that
blood
medicine
wise?
check, yes.
Whatever this was big.
So at least it's not clay.
No, this would have. This is much more blood than even what Clay would have.
Heliodor
Unless it
gets
was
Mare
Clay
to
that
close
done
the
it.
doors.
Unless
Could
it
be
was-
Clay.
I mean,
What was that, Heliodor?
Heliodor gets Mare to close the big iron doors. Because don't want something following us in. And we'll light that massive brazier.
Could have been a wolf.
can Karik do a survival check again to see if there's tracks going along with the stuff?
Yeah.
Like maybe if there's a person's tracks as well.
Yeah, roll me a survival check.
Guys, still looking for a human. Bang. 27.
No
Fuck
footprints.
yes.
No footprints
That
whatsoever.
fucking rogue.
Okay, now we do know that Clay was very good at not leaving tracks. I am seeing nothing here.
Yeah, which makes it very annoying when we're trying to find her.
Heliodor. Chronometer returns to you. Comes fluttering back, sits on your shoulder.
Well, darling.
And through the mental link, you see an image of something blue that you don't understand.
There's something blue up ahead. Like, is it like amorphous blob?
It's
or
like, it looks like a person, you think.
there's something weird and blue up
Blue
ahead.
is blue.
Moon is blue.
And a lot
no.
of blood. A lot of
Chronometer?
blood.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Heliodor says, "Show the way," and throws chronometer up and goes, "We need to go. Somebody or something is very injured that way. We need to go." And Heliodor takes off after chronometer.
So
Wait,
chronometer,
wait.
Heliodor,
Heliodor is not waiting. It's just like his friend is dying. Is dying.
Drake just looks at Dracera like, are you serious? Is this
Did
Did he say it was blue?
Yes.
Shit.
So the bird flutters through this gap here.
Heliodor, you don't know what you're looking for.
Looking for a human. They all look the same, so I'll find one.
This one might not be human.
Okay, but there's something injured up it. I mean, why?
Estella, are you do not want to leave behind?
Oh, there's pulsing.
It's
there.
because I think the map is so big, it's lagging out.
Right.
So it's just slow for me. I'm like pressing the keys.
Chronometer has gone
Dead
up
wolf.
this way.
Oh
Uh,
shit.
You go.
Heliodor like shouts, "Dead wolf!" Rushes in.
The same as one of the wolves that you saw outside, this gigantic hulking beast is in shreds.
Holy shit! Straight down. Is chronometer now?
Chronometer is sat on top of the wolf.
Where's the blue?
I think either side of us, at the entrance, the two blue glowing things.
No, I think she's disappeared.
I need everyone other than Heliodor to make me a perception check.
Oh god, it's fucking Win.
Oh,
Fuck is Win?
you'll find out very soon.
Like,
Estella,
Okay, I am in the room, but
can you make me a perception check, please?
yeah.
If everything here is meant to be big, why are there normal sized people?
Getting there.
Okay, so a 20. Everyone can see just behind Heliodor as he's moving into the room this blue, very small figure, floating maybe a foot or so off the floor. One arm sort of wrapped around Heliodor's
Oh,
and looking at
God.
him.
hello.
Heliodor, you look over and you see a child.
Oh, hi. How you doing?
There is something very unsettling about this child. For the sake of, I will put this in chat so you
Oh,
know what
hi.
you're
How
looking
you
at.
doing?
This is what you see.
Oh, what the fuck's up with you?
They're just
Heliodor?
looking at you.
Hi. Have you seen a
Win.
human around here?
Heliodor, don't move.
She kind of cocks her head at you,
Cock my head too.
and looks at the rest of the party and puts a hand up.
He's gonna give you the same.
Yeah, we're all gonna give a wave.
Win.
No, this child. Why do you know so many children?
Well, we know a lot more dead children, it seems, than living ones.
Oh, that's so much better.
Who are you?
Oh, hi. My name is Duke Heliodor Feldspa, and you might be.
New person.
The name is New Person.
She's
No,
pointing at
she's-
you.
I am
Friendly.
new.
He's friendly.
He is with us. Win.
I can make pretty things. And Heliodor kind of gestures to Chronometer, who's just kind of like fluttering around.
Human. Clay.
Aye.
She points in the direction of this way.
Oh. Is Clay okay?
She kind of gestures for you to follow her.
Heliodor has. Yeah, we'll just follow. Oh, that way, I guess. How do you know a dead girl? What?
Listen,
Long story.
just, we can describe this later on. It is. Okay, we will talk about this later.
She
Okay.
passes through the door.
Like,
The door is shut, so she just goes through it.
All of a sudden, the amount of blood really does make sense now.
Yeah.
Why? Why does the child give context to the blood? What?
Everything will be described, will be detailed in
Oh, no,
time.
Hang on.
No,
Before
no,
we
I
go
don't
through
care
this
about
door-
time. No.
Korea, can you check for traps?
Okay, I will.
If it's clay,
Detect traps. What? Let me go to my spell book.
Yeah, you're so fine about this. So much blood, and the child is responsible for all the blood.
Traps. Within 120
Probably.
feet.
120 feet, you see no traps.
It
Okay.
seems it is nothing is coming up for me right now.
Open
Do you wish?
sesame.
If you'll take a step back, I can try if wish.
I'll go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Okie You see Wynn stood on the other
Oh.
side. Well, not stood, she's floating. But she seems to be
Ah.
waiting for you.
Thank you.
Considering he didn't sense any traps, he's just gonna open the next door.
Yeah?
Fair. Oh, that's a big bear on the floor. Mare, don't look. Mare, don't look.
She points towards the fireplace. Everyone roll me a perception check.
Oh dear lord.
Oh god, I'm so bad at these. Septione, normal. Meh.
Ooh, I'm blind.
None of you see anything. You just see Wynn pointing at a
Can
Can I
fireplace.
get can I use my inspiration?
You can do, yeah.
I don't know if I mean I got the best out of everyone in this one. It's just bad because I'm bad at fucking everything.
Okay, better.
Hit stuff good.
You can see that this area looks like it's been lived in. There's like things strewn away around that look like somebody has been doing things here. There's kind of pots and like a little section of the room that has been sort of segmented with a bunch of soil. It looks like somebody's been trying to grow something in this room. A couple of empty, large bottles. One bottle that's full of a clear liquid. But you don't see Clay.
Hello.
Where is Clay?
She keeps pointing towards the fireplace.
Heliodor will go over to the fireplace.
Dracera, as you step underneath the I'm gonna move you both back. As you step just underneath the where the table is, because this table is sat about like 6 feet high. You catch a glimpse of something covered in fur, kind of tucked underneath in the shadows, hidden with a blade at the ready. You see a familiar face that seems to have gotten incredibly ragged over the past while, staring at you with this blade drawn.
Holy shit, Clay. I didn't think you could look worse.
Oh.
It's a ball.
He doesn't say anything. Blade's ready, waiting to see if a movement is made. Win, what do you see?
Friends. And new person.
Yeah, I see I don't know what the fuck they are, but I see them too.
Hi.
Clay?
Pulls back a bit. Alright, they're talking now. They don't normally fucking talk.
Clay, what's going on?
What the fuck are you?
I'm Dracera, and Karik and Estella are here as well.
Karik is going to like slowly lift his hands up and he's got to start taking the face wrapping off and take the kind of hood and hat off. Clay, he's us. We came to find you.
How close is the one in front of Clay?
Like 5 feet. 5 feet away.
He sort of positions himself ready to move, needs be. And then gets like a finger on the dagger. Like holding the dagger. Just pokes the like chest of the one in front of him.
He's prodding Dracera in the chest.
Dracera kind of stands there looking like she's used to Clay's weird bullshit, but this is a whole new level. But she knows that if she moves, it's just going to make things worse.
Clay, how long have you been here?
Fucking hell. Is it? Look at the cat, shut up. Dracera?
Yes, it's me.
He's just gonna sort of slightly awkwardly with 2 blades in his hand just try and hug Dracera. And just like lift her up and like do the thing where you pull someone up with the hug.
She's gonna be taken aback entirely and just like, oh my god! You never in her wildest dreams would you ever expect a fucking hug from
Clay.
He's just stuck like, oh my fucking god, fucking hell.
Jesus Christ, what's happened to you?
He lets Trisado step back. What the fuck killed you lot then?
We didn't die.
Killed.
Yeah, if you're here, you're fucking dead, aren't you?
Clay, you're still alive.
Still a looks to win.
She looks at you.
Nah. And she wasn't, but none of us are fucking. Your gesture to one of the one at the back of the rooms, like they ain't alive. None of us here are alive. We're fucking dead. It's the fucking point.
You're not in the afterlife, Clay.
Nah, to say the office is somewhere fucking in between, but we ain't. Whatever shit slurps down here ain't fucking alive, is it?
Wynn makes a gesture of like the thumb across the throat, as if she also believes that they're both dead.
I mean, Win, like.
Win.
Sorry to break the news, but you're already dead, honey. It's like.
Clay, you were transported to another plane.
What?
Yeah, you didn't die. And in our time, it's only been, what, a month or two since you disappeared?
It's been more than a fucking month.
Time travels a lot quicker here.
Clay, would you like something to eat? Something to drink?
What have you fucking... He's just gonna start, like, looking over Karik. Like, what have you fucking got?
Karik, he kind of like, he swings round his bag. Kind of puts it on the floor in front of himself. And Clay would recognise like, all the cooking ware as he opens up the thing. Like, as he always carried. Would he have any... If he was out hunting beforehand, he'd have fresh...
You'd have
meat
fresh
and
stuff,
veg.
yeah.
We've definitely got fresh stuff.
Come, is that, he kind of takes him over towards the fire. And he's just gonna start setting up a pot and just, like, start, like, making up a fucking meal for this man. Instantly just, like, water in, fucking, cutting up the meat, frying it off, veg, thinging it up all together just to make this
What's the most edible thing he's got there?
He'll give you a ration pack to start with.
Oh, he's fucking eating it.
Yeah.
It's going down.
It's like, don't worry, I will...
What does it taste like?
What
is it?
It's most likely it'll be like dry, it'll be like nuts, dried meats, you know, probably, like hardtack. Yeah, trail mix, maybe dried fruits and veg and stuff like that.
I mean, it's good shit, he's just gonna wolf it down.
Either way, Karik is making this man a fucking proper cooked meal. He knows this man needs it.
Karik, you feel like the cold chill of wind stood behind you. She kind of leans over you and watches you work.
You'll kind of notice and then kind of beckon her round to come and maybe sit with him while he's doing this.
She kind of plops herself down next to you.
He's still keeping he's still keeping an eye on people, but he's wolfing it down.
I brought food too.
Oh, amazing! We can.
If Estelle is pointing out the wolf, she nods.
Oh.
Does someone want to go and get some more meat off of that wolf? I can add it in for this.
Sure. I'm gonna go see what I can do with that. Oh, I don't think you need to quickly scootles off to go do that.
Yeah.
Got no fucking idea what the hell's going on.
I think just from like seeing Win next to him, he's getting kind of the memories of when they were down in the fucking, what was it fucking called again? The underground thing.
Underdark.
Underdark.
The Underdark. He's kind of, like, it's getting kind of like bits of flashes of when they were. He's seen them as like an actual living person, and he kind of like raises one hand up towards it, like, almost as if to like touch hands together.
That's like, are you talking to me or talking to?
This is to Win.
Okay.
She goes to put her hand against yours, and it goes through you.
It does, like, you get the kind of aura that it's a bit disheartening that it's kind of like, he knows, but at the same time, you've got to know her at the same time, so it's like, it is good to see you again too, Win.
Give me a sec.
The map is a void for me. I can't point out the skelly bobs and stuff.
Snapshot.
We have been alone a long, long time.
Oh, you aren't alone anymore. We're here and hopefully we can get you back.
She shakes her
Away
head.
from here.
Dead.
Can't come back from dead. Not. Oh, you can, but not fucking properly. Dead is dead. Dead should stay dead. Dead should stay dead. Dead should stay dead.
Dead should
Wait.
stay dead.
Yeah.
You
what she said,
aren't
dead should stay
dead.
What the fuck is this then?
This
This
is
is-
the Wintry.
this-
The fuck's a Wintry?
It is how you say, another. It's another plane, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do I?
The white stuff is
do
called
I-
snoo.
Do I know what a plane? Hold on. Do I know what a plane is?
You have a vague, very, very vague understanding of planes.
Cool.
Very vague.
What? So, with what? Oh, underground? Are we in the sky?
Yeah, remember Leslie's door that takes you to another plane, another realm. This is similar to that, but big.
Laz is here.
No. This
Fuck
is
is
not
Laz?
This is not Leslie's realm. It is a realm. It is a place in similar context. You see, he's like stopped cutting and everything. It's like, you can see he's like processing to try and find words.
You and me both, buddy. You and me fucking both.
But say he's thing with everything together and he's put it all in the pot. And it's like he comes over to Clay and he kind of just like a hand, like a pair of hands on each of his arms, and it's kind of the same thing of like, you had no idea what happened to you, but we found you now at least. And you kind of pull him into a bit of a hug as well.
He'll squeeze and bear hug the spooder.
Karik, as you're hugging Clay, you can see Win kind of sat for the most part next to the fire, and she's kind of putting her arms out and making the gesture of a hug as if she can't remember what that feels like.
See, I don't know if it would be insensitive to still like, it's like the VR chat hug of holding the arm out and still pretending.
Pretending like you're hugging.
Yeah, but you'll like thing with a couple of arms out in the same kind of regard, so she can come and join in if she wants to.
She tries to, and you feel just this horrendous chill down your spine as you feel like hand against bone.
He's gonna deal with it. He's next to a fire. He's gonna deal with it.
You can feel her going into your skin and like holding your bones, and that's her way of hugging you.
Well, that's got the creak up my back.
He'll put the spider back down and like try and take stock of what's going on. I can't even see Heliodor anymore. I'm gonna assume he's dead.
Gone off. He's gone off to go find the wolf.
Yeah, it's because it's fucking dark vision shit.
No, it's just I'm just in the black void for me mostly. I see people's tokens, but whatever.
I'm sorry.
Fucking dead, bro. I told you.
You're not dead, Clay. You're not dead. He takes a torch, puts it to the side, and lights it, like off to the side, and it walks over and hands it to him. Like,
I don't
you
waste
are
it.
not dead.
He's gonna take the torch and like put it back in the fireplace. Don't waste fucking wood. We need that shit. I got these, and he'll fumble for a second and pull out. IRL, I can't find them sadly, but he'll pull out
You
his,
don't have
his
them.
goggles.
He doesn't have his
Do I
goggles.
You didn't have the bag of holding when you were teleported.
I can
would've
give you the
been wear-
goggles.
I would have been wearing them, would I?
Give them
Or would I?
back.
Greek is gonna
When
give
you
him
were
the-
in, yeah, you've just been given them then. So you until now you've just been using torches or like whatever small light sources you can.
Yeah,
get your hand on.
if his magic still works, he has light.
Yeah. Okay. So you've
If
been using
Entom's
magic,
connection
yeah.
still worked, okay. So he takes them as like, fucking hell, these things are hideous.
Yeah, we know.
And he'll clock.
On you.
He'll clock like, and he's gonna. He sees a Stella, and he's gonna try and can't see the others. Wait, who are we missing? We're missing.
Heliodor, the new person.
I don't know what the fuck a Heliodor is. No,
But the other
their names,
person with
their
us,
names.
Brandy.
Zerios. What happened? Where are they?
They disappeared with you. Brandy and Zerios disappeared in the same moment you did. We think they may have come here.
I haven't seen them. There's no one here but fucking me.
They didn't come here.
Looks just
You were all sent to different places, but you're one of the lucky ones and you survived long enough.
What plane did they go to then?
I'm not sure, but Brandy was sent back to the patron who had given her her weapon. What was it? It was Asri. No,
Hammer.
So
Brandy had the big
you-
hammer everyone thought was warp.
Yeah, you
Amber.
were told, from what you were told, effectively, you were told that Brandy went to a plane of existence, succumbed to her illness, and is now a walking sort of
puppet
of Andromel, the angel of metempsychosis.
There we go.
Angel of Warp, another angel of Warp.
Yay.
So she's effectively a zombie. And Zelios is dead. You were just told he was dead.
Is that relayed to Clay or?
Yeah.
We should
And
probably
Sadia was
tell you that
assassinated.
Sadia also died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shadia, he wasn't even there.
No.
We still have fun.
Thumb waves at you, Clay.
Mushroom. Fucking mushroom survived.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's gonna kind of poddle over to you. Kind of looks up at you from the floor like a toddler asking for uppies.
He'll hesitate and pick up the mushroom.
He is very light. Just kind of sat there like starfishing in your arms.
He's just gonna kind of do that thing and then just tap it on its squishy back.
Holding like a baby.
Just sort of, we'll sort of wander off a bit and just take a second. They're dead. All were fucking dead. Like they're not I mean, we're dead, but they're dead too.
Again, Clay, we aren't dead. But yes.
He's gonna put the mushroom down. Take a moment, and then you have to use your imagination. He'll grab like a piece of junk and then just yeet it across the room. Fuck! I can't see where I am in the room, so I'll just assume he's near something
Yeah.
of value. Fuck! Fuck to shit. Fuck to shit.
Clay, how long have you been here?
He'll quickly wander over to somewhere on the wall and try and find his tally marks. It's about
120 something days, yeah.
Draw. 1256 to make up the last number. 125. 125 nights. 125 fucking nights. Wow. It's like 125 so far. I mean, I might have missed some. I don't know.
Well, in about 4 days' time, we can get you back.
How? What? How? Fuck, what?
Well, that's how we got here. Made a deal with my patron and teleported here, but he needs 4 days to get us back.
Who?
My Fae patron, Dylan.
So he's gonna sort of stand next to Win.
Win has vanished.
Whatever.
She's just
She does that.
Who's Dylan?
You never fucking listened, did you, Clay? She just go like rubs her eyes, like, this is so classic.
Look, alright, this man's been alone for 125 days. Be nice to him.
She's like, I'm really trying, but Jesus, man. Humans. Look,
Is it? What's Dylan?
he's a Fae patron, just like Laz, but
Fucking like
Dylan.
Laz?
like Laz, but better.
It's not fucking hard to, but I don't even remember what that fucker's. Estella! And like, sort of hasn't fully processed that they're there. Oh, Estella.
Yeah.
And
Sorry,
we'll-
I'm very quiet.
Stella
Go
looks,
over.
looks ragged in terms of like they look like they've been through a lot of shit while they haven't seen you.
Yeah, I've been crying.
Yeah, that's what shittest me. He's gonna go over and embrace Estella.
Big hug.
Oh, brace back.
Pick them up. Fucking real flesh and blood. Flesh and... I don't know about blood, but flesh, yes.
Kind of uncomfy, you whispering flesh
Flesh,
while you're hugging me.
Flesh.
Flesh and blood, flesh and blood, flesh and blood. Meat.
Priscilla's gonna make her way over to Marie
Hungry.
and just gonna whisper like,
I know you'd be a bit mad, but this is... I don't really know what we can do.
I think hopefully once we've got him back it will pass when it starts making more sense to him. I think he's just a bit shocked. A
Yeah.
little bit in shock right now. I think get him back, get him any medical attention he might need. And
Yeah.
hopefully after some time to recuperate he will start to be better for him.
Clay goes to retirement home check.
Put you in a homo, man.
Whilst you guys are talking, Heliodor,
Yes.
Oof.
you're out in the middle of this this giant, what seems like almost like a coliseum, in the center of this castle. An arena of some kind that is littered with both these gigantic humanoid figures and more figures more your size, people-sized,
Okay.
just kind of scattered about, all just bones, nothing left, and this giant mangled mess that apparently was brought in by a child.
A child.
A child.
Dead child, no
A
less.
dead child. As you're inspecting, you feel this kind of coldness behind you, before a
what
head
is it?
kind of points around and like looks at you.
What's he doing?
Hello. Well, you brought this to be food, right?
Food for Clay.
Mm-hmm. I was going to start cutting it up and carving it up so Clay can have some ready-to-go food. Doesn't have to do it himself.
I can help.
By all means. How?
She kind of puts her hands into this corpse. Like, you watch as her hand just passes through flesh, as if it's not there. And it seems to grip onto something before she pulls, and she just pulls out a rib. Like, straight through the flesh in this bloody, horrible mess. And she shows it to you.
Oh. Has the rib got meat on it?
A little bit, yeah.
I'm helping.
You are. Try and do it gentler, so that if I have an idea. If I cut away this bit of fur, and then you do the same thing to the other rib, but just a touch gentler, I think you'll be able to get more like meat out. Eh?
Okay.
Okay. And Heliodor cuts away a patch across the other side of the chest and like pulls it back. Okay.
She puts her hand in, and like looking at you, without looking at her hand, she just kind of begins to pull slowly. And the sound is sickening as just bone and flesh and sinew are being torn apart.
Yeah.
And she holds out to you a rib that has significantly
Much
more
more
meat
meat?
on it.
Fantastic. That is very good work.
It smells awful.
Yeah. That. Oh, I think somebody punched out the stomach. Oh. Okay.
I'm helping.
You are. Could you take that back through? And Heliodor starts putting wrapping fur around his face. Would you please take that back to back through to Clay for cooking, and then come back in a minute?
She looks at the rib and then looks at you.
Not enough.
Oh, we still need more. Yes.
She seems a bit confused, but she
I'm
begins
going
to kind of
continue.
float away. Before you
I think
finish talking, she just starts going.
Oh, and Heliodor starts trying to is basically taking the fur off of this. That was really gross. I want to keep and is trying to make it so that she creates less carnage and stuff when she pulls meat out. And help me pull.
With that, we're gonna call the session there. We will have to continue with this next week. But thank you all for coming, and thank you very much for Clay for special guesting for us.
Yes.
So, this is gonna be a funny fucking time.
Oh god.
Whilst you guys have to deal with slightly insane Clay and his psychotic daughter. It's good, yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah, so we will hopefully be running same time next week because I've planned this entire thing. So lucky me, I don't have to plan for next week. Huzzah! That makes my life a lot
Nice.
easier.
Nice.
But yeah, eventful session. So we will see you all next week.
Yes.
Thanks for coming. Goodbye.
Next week.
Thank you.
Oh, God damn it.